Not like Lord of Ring elves, more like cobbling your shoes at night elves, you know?
That's the elves you want.
Welcome to Cloudtown Tuesday, the day where I share a page from my graphic novel, Cloudtown, and tell you about the process of making it. It's like a editor's commentary on a DVD. So here it is. Let's go. Let's do it.
I toned it down. This is the page right ahead of it, so I guess I'll show you this one. So, like, yeah, this is just, they're walking with the snails. And this is, like, the text they gave me. And I'm just trying to figure out what I would do. I'm like, you know, telephone poles, maybe, like, the scrappers rotting on wires. And I did want to, like, kind of hand letter this stuff. And these are chunks of pages I had drawn for other things that I'm moving around. So this was, in theory, like, panning from the last page.
Oh, cool.
Are these all in order?
This is the page before the last one I showed you.
Okay.
I meant to show you in order, but I messed up. I just wrote a note to myself, rubber ducky, and then we moved on. I think that's when I decided to have the rubber ducky, because I drew this after a later scene where there's some rubber duckies involved. The rubber ducky does move through the story. I did keep that. And I've made some 3D models of these guys at home.
Oh, really?
I'm not done painting them. But once I do, I'm supposed to send them to a friend and try to make 3D scans so I can make them, like, animated and stuff.
You mean, like, you made a like a sculpture?
Clay, yeah,
clay.
Clay sculpture, but with real shells as the helmet.
Oh, that's rad.
You know, like everything, when I start, I'm like, this is the best thing ever. And then when I get it, like, nearly finished, I'm like, this is the dumbest thing ever. And then by the time I totally finish, it's kind of reeled in. But yeah, so this is from later in the book. I'm like, alright, what was it looking like? What was the scale and stuff?
So, are these creatures part of the hurricanes, or, like...
Yeah, so in...
How are they related to the monsters in the story?
In Cloudtown, they call them cloud critters. Anything that comes out of the other dimension that aren't, like, big enough to be a threat, you know, generally. And they kind of just accept that.
And they're like, oh.
There's just tons of them, and it's like, you can't do much about it. In the lore of this, too, like, you can trade them shiny stuff and sugar to have them do, like, menial tasks. Like, they're kind of the elves of the world.
They're elves.
Yeah. Like
snail elves.
Like, not like Lord of Ring elves, more like cobbling your shoes at night elves, you know?
That's the elves you want. That's what everyone wants.
But, like, you never want to step on one of them.
Uh-oh.
Because then they'll be, like, dogging you for a generation. Which, you know, not as long as a human generation, but it's like...
Are their feet all slimy like a snail?
Yeah.
So they could walk all over your room?
And they can walk up... See, they also have, I know this is, like, not important, I don't know if it'll ever come out, but they have, like, multiple kinds of slime just like snails. They have slime that makes things stickier, they have slime that makes things more lubricant, they have slime that just cloaks around them defensively, and so, like, they could, like, kind of roller skate on their slippy slime, and then, like, climb up a wall with their sticky slime, and then if something attacked them, they just shoot, like, a hagfish, just, like, glob of slime everywhere.
Whoa.
You should make a separate story with the amount of attention to detail you have for the slime people.
I was thinking it might be fun if I continue with the Cloudtown 2, just having the chapter breaks be like, you know, a 4-panel comic about these guys.
You should, yeah. It could even be a different style or something.
Maybe like a different number of panels.
Yeah.
You know, like you have a certain rhythm within the chapters, right? And then for the breaks, you know, maybe it's more like a comic strip. Or
you gotta pick it apart from the actual graphic novel somehow, so people can tell it's like a different thing.
You know, if it's like, you know, a double-page spread, it could be like, you know, like that quarter or whatever it is, like 1/3 tier, like in a newspaper comic strip. A Sunday.
Yeah.
It could be a Sunday strip.
Yeah, I read too much manga, so I'm just thinking their 4-panel strips go down, obviously.
Oh, or it could be that. Yeah. But
And
just do it sideways, so people have to do this.
Yeah, I've done that before. Oh yeah, I got a brick pattern pen. I was like, this saved me so much time. Like
a pen?
It's like a pen on Procreate that just makes a brick pattern, and then I just do it and I warp it.
I need to get
and then I just hand letters these.
I need to get an iPad.
Did you hand letter like the regular words in your comic too?
No, I made fonts. Because my arm was already like going numb in pain. I was like,
that's the only thing. I mean, I think like hand lettering does always look better,
But does it look enough better?
When you start getting like the tendonitis and
if
the
you get
arm
like a handmade
strain,
font,
you have to make a decision. Okay, where am I going?
And my font does have 3 different versions of every letter, and it rotates randomly.
Yeah.
I could, honestly,
I'd say that it does make a difference.
I'm making more fonts over time. I have like 3 or 4 that I use now, and I'll probably make some more. I'll make something that's more serifed or something. But I'm gonna skip me tracing this because who cares?
Oh, it's kind of fun to see you letter it.
Well, thank you. You can watch that later.
Okay.
You can watch that on your own. Leaf's paying you top dollar to do this with me right
Yo.
Alright, we're almost into actual comics. I'm hoping to get some of it, so I guess I'll show you this one.